Alright, welcome back everybody to No Review Playthrough with Ryan and Danny. Today we're going to play the Hunger with one of our little special challenge rules. This is going to sound kind of weird because it's built into the game, but I'm going to have to see if I can get a rose and still win the game. I know that sounds weird because the game is built into getting the rose, but it seems like a lot of people online, and the couple times we've tried getting the rose and getting back in time is very difficult to do and almost seems maybe not worth it. So I thought we could add that as a special challenge playthrough today is I'm going to force myself to get the rose and get back and see if I can still win the game and see if that's a viable option. Kind of test it out in some respects and see if that's, again, something that's just inherent flaw in the game. I know a lot of people said that online, again, that that's something that they don't really feel is necessary because you can just kind of stay around here and hunt and do a bunch of stuff. So that's my challenge today. I've got to get the rose. Danny can do whatever she would normally do or want to do today, but I'm going to see if I can get to a rose and get back and still win the game. So we're going to be a little rusty because it has been a little while since we've played this. So the first player, we do our three. Speed. Yeah. Let's see. Determining turn order, position of the players on the board. Obviously, we're all at the castle. I think it was whoever the fastest goes first, if I remember. By the vampire's speed. Okay, there it is right there. Okay, so I've got 5.
I've got 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so my strategy is I'm probably going to not buy cards. I'm probably just going to, unless they give me speed, just try and run, right? Because hunting humans is going to slow me down. I'm going to get fat and bloated. So my goal is to probably not buy very many cards until near the end and just see if I can run and, yeah. Okay, so you got 8, so
I go first.
Go ahead.
So...
Oh, you're already on top there. And we are playing on the board where technically we have to get to the graveyard to even win. The harder version. That may come back to...
Bite you.
Yeah, I may have a hard time with that too.
Okay. I gain 1 for each human I hunt this turn, which might not be...
Okay. Yeah, there won't be...
Might just want to get out of here first.
Yeah, I think we can only hunt to... Wasn't it?
After
we can only
we're
hunt...
out of the graveyard.
So
Wasn't that here?
Yeah, I think as soon as you're out of the graveyard. Right. So I think you have to get at least that far. And you had no discards or...
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I can't see. You can't hunt in the cemetery, so you have to get at least to the village.
Okay.
So 3 at least. Yeah, at least 3 or 4 of that speed would have to be.
So I'll have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Will get me to the...
8 gets you to a double, but then you won't have any.
Yeah, I won't have anything.
No, there's...
Nah, I won't be able to...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, these aren't the costs. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
The costs are, yeah.
Speed.
So if you want to move, you'd have to move only 5 if you wanted to hunt something.
I think I'm going to use it all now. Just get as far as I can.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so I have my 3. No humans. Get 1 extra for hunting if I do. So I have 4. I only have 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm done. Okay. Draw my next 3 and keep going. What's our global rules? I forgot.
Gain 6 if you have hunted any humans who are worth more than 5+.
Okay, so those are end of the turn.
Hunted any humans who are worth.
Oh.
Okay.
So don't hunt any high price.
Gain 1 for each bonus token you have collected.
Okay, so that's all of these. Oh, I was supposed to open these ones that are on the open chests.
These two?
No, that's a closed one.
I forget.
Okay. What is that? Is that a... What is there?
Blank.
Is that a misprint? I don't see a guide for the blank one. All right, go ahead and... Okay, advance. Where was that here? Oops. Oh, no, it's open. Okay. All right, so we advance the moon. Go ahead and slide those over. And 1, 2, there's 3 more.
Okay. This first one, Teresa, she's confused.
Is that the one that pushes you
Away from the castle.
away from the castle? So
Which would
that's
be
actually
useful
not
right now.
yeah, right now it's not too bad.
Carlisle. Rita. It costs +1 to hunt Rita's pile. Okay.
Oh, okay, because she's fast. Do we put... Was there one that moved into this? I thought fast was moved over.
There's someone with that, maybe like...
Slow was like... Let's see. Slow humans are placed directly in the 2 column when you add. Yeah, they're just a +1.
Okay.
Yeah, just a +1. Okay, so now I get to go first because I'm behind. I have no draw or discard. Draw under 1 card if you have 1 card in your playing area, so I do not. All right, so I have now a big boost of speed, 5. I have 9. So how much is Confused Lady? She's 3. So if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I can still hunt her. I don't know if that's good or not, or if I just literally make a run for it, right? But if I don't buy anything, I'm wondering if I'm gonna be able to afford anything, or if I need to run first, then I can see what my time frame is on the way back. So I'm gonna try nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I do know taking the boat will probably be the fastest.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I guess I can flip to show I'm done.
It's not that much of an issue when there's only 2 of us.
Right. I can always buy her on the 2 or the 1 column unless you hate drafter, I guess.
Nah, I don't want anyone confused.
Yeah.
I have...
How many was it? Away? 4 spaces away. That could give me 4 free movement.
I have 6, but 3 if I have a human in my play area. But I don't. So 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm gonna go away this way and collect some things and
Okay.
something like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You spend all yours again? Or is it already gone?
Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll only go 3, so I can get
Spend 3. Okay.
that guy. Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and flip mine.
Get 4 now.
Oh, that's right. You get 4. I forgot we get victory right off the bat. Okay, slide those over. Here's 3 more moon token. Yep, here's 3 more. All right, you get to go first since you're behind. What does this cat do? Is that helpful to me? No, not necessarily. Okay.
Wadsworth. It's -1 speed.
Okay, so he'll go. Or no, that does say slow. It's just, yeah. He's a big fella. Okay, you're up.
Okay. I have 6 again. It's the same
Okay.
hand.
All right.
I think I'm gonna go 3 again. human.
Okay. So, yeah, go ahead and give yourself 5. All right. Okay. Well, I got 6. I think I'm gonna risk getting that lady for it. It'll push me away, and hopefully I can get rid of her. I can only get rid of her. I think we can only digest them if we're on the same spot, right?
Yeah. Or you have a card that says so.
Or you have a card that says digest. I think you have to be.
Like.
Yeah, you can digest. Yeah, the mansion. Yeah, it's one of the hard parts of the other criticism of this game is it's really hard to.
Church.
Well, you have to do the matching symbol.
Yeah.
So I could use her all the way up to here and hopefully plan it so when I come back, you get rid of her because she'll push me backwards.
Yeah.
That way. So I need 2. I got 6, so I'll move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll buy her. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, you went first, right? Yeah. We probably need to flip these over because it's going to change each turn. Okay, and we don't need to refill the tavern because nothing's gone from the tavern. All right, 3 more, and you'll be up first.
Varys, I'm not saying your name. Gain 1 at the end of the game for each cleric you have printed.
Okay.
D can draw a card. Osmo.
Okay. All right. Yep. So you're behind. So go ahead.
All right. Oh, I have 8 again. Do I have a human in my playing area? I do gain 1 extra for each human I hunt.
Okay.
I think. Okay. Stop at 2 and get 2 humans.
You could, yeah. But we'll let you gobble up 2 of them at a time.
Yeah, I'll do that. Use 2. So I have 6 left.
Okay.
Her. And
I don't know which one I would get.
oh, I have to use 1. I have to buy it from the 1 pile, right?
Yes, that was yeah. Yeah, it's the 1 column, and then again, if you do the 1 column, you have to buy everything.
Yeah.
So, well, you just bought.
This is what it would cost.
Yeah, I would say that you probably have to pay 2 for those. Yes.
Okay.
But you did just get a card that says matching that, right?
Yeah.
So how much do you have left? 3?
Yes. Yeah.
So you still have enough to buy any of them.
Sure.
All right, so you get the points on those, and I think you said you got 1 extra. I think one of your
It's
empire
at the end of the
powers.
game. Oh yeah, that.
Does it say for each one?
For each human.
Okay, so you get your points plus 2 extra.
So technically only 2 plus 3, so 5.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right. Yeah, flip yours over so we know since their turn order changes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have no hunting or no human. So I have 8. I would like to buy that card. That's the one I thought you were gonna get. The draw the card is an awesome ability in deck builders. So I need at least 3, so I'm gonna move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I actually get 2 extra buying, I believe. Yep. So I could, no, I think I have to stop there. You can't just, I have to stop there to pick that up.
Yes, I think that.
Yeah, okay, so I have 2 extra speed, which really won't help me this much because I've already technically done my turn. I do get 2 points just for picking up the token though. I think I can keep this. Oh yeah, you're supposed to put them on your board and then you flip them when you use them. So I don't have to use them this turn. Okay, I'm going to spend my remaining 3 because I want to. Drawing a card in deck builders is always good. All right, well I'm halfway there, and it's not even halfway. Yeah, I made good time. Taking the boat helped. All right, so I got off there. I'm done. Go ahead and flip yours. Move the moon, because sometimes I think we've forgotten. There's 3 more. The question is whether I'm going to be able to catch up in points, because you're already quite far ahead of me in points.
Move 1 card. It's hypnosis. Move 1 card on the hunt track, 1 space up, down, right, or left.
Okay. I don't know if some of these we haven't seen before. Our deck is like there's this much, and I didn't even put these.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cards here. Move 1 card on the hunt track.
Just move it
Up, down, left, or I don't know why you'd move it up. Or I guess you could move it to a
stacks.
different stacks. Yeah.
You got vanilla, spicy,
Okay. Spicy makes you go to a well.
and minoosh.
Now I've got that lady. I'm almost. I'm almost to the end of her usefulness now.
Yeah.
2, 3. All right.
Minoosh, gain 1 victory point and 2 speed if you have +2 humans in your playing area.
Okay.
That's good.
All right. Go ahead. Since I'm way far. I believe it was farthest behind, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Wasn't it like
I thought it was.
region or whatever?
Well, if we're in the same region, whoever's farthest. Vampires in the forest go first. Oh, so I'm on the plains. The mountains. Where am I at? This was always hard to tell. The forest is this part here. The boat, yeah, so I'm on the plains. The mountains are here. Okay, so actually I get to go first. I thought it was catch up to whoever's behind. All right, so I have a draw effect, draw a card from D. Okay. 3, if you have at least 1 human in your playing area, so I've gonna take a little snack of D here, boost me up. So 6, 7, 8 again. Okay, so D, my 1 human is probably, I've got 4 cards left, so she's in one of these 4. So I've got a turn or 2. I want to try, I guess I'm gonna just, what'd I say?
8.
6, 8 again. Do I want to buy any of those? What did the cat do again?
Stuff.
+2, and I have a +2 token, so I could move 10, or I could use it to hunt. Hypnosis really doesn't do much, does it? Doesn't seem that helpful. Yeah, it doesn't seem that helpful. Yeah. And that guy I definitely don't want. Thirsty guy. He could make me go really weird. Okay, so I have 10 technically if I use my token. Do I just want to use all 10 and get up there? I think I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh. So I'm gonna spend my token. So I actually didn't get there. I get 2 points for business, and then technically I have a holy person counts towards goals at the end. All right, that's it.
Okay.
All right.
I spent my time doing nothing.
Yeah, well, you have got quite a few more points than I do, technically.
Was this technically like, what was this?
So there you spend 2 and you get all 3 of those.
Is that the only place?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the only place you can do that. Okay.
I have 2 paths I could go on. I have 4. Plus 1 for each human I hunt. I think I'm gonna go this way so I can get. I'll stop here and pick this up.
So at 2, you get 2 for just picking it up. Flip it over so you. So you get 4 points. You get 2 for picking it up. That's why there's a blood on the back, and then it's just 2. Yeah. So you've used. You can flip it over to show. I guess we've added the points. Yeah.
And I have to stop my turn on this, right?
Yes, in order to pick up the token. Yeah. Otherwise, you could just go 1, 2, pick up everything on your go. Yeah. You can only pick it up if you stop.
So I guess I could. My only option to.
Is a 2 pile.
Yeah. So, still 2
Okay.
points. So.
2. I think you get an extra bonus.
Plus, this is the planes.
I believe so. Yes.
I don't think I get anything for the planes. It has the forest and.
Does it have the boat symbol? You're in the plains then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in the plains, so you get an extra 1.
Well.
What?
That's the boat symbol for +1.
Yeah.
And plus.
Okay. Yeah. So the forest you get +2, so you get another one. Yeah. You get 3 points for hunting there. Yeah, the plains is basically all of this smaller or bigger part. The mountains are here, and then the forest is this dark edge right here.
Okay.
It's a little weird.
And I did hunt, so I get an extra from my card.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay, well, I forgot to get my 4 points for her, because obviously I've picked up 2 tokens, so there's my 4 points. So I should have gotten, and then I hunted her while I was on the plains. Okay, great. So she's going to move me 4 away from the castle.
Oh.
Away from the castle.
Oh. So
Okay,
yes,
so
no.
1, okay.
Gosh.
All right, so I get to pick one of these for free. So what I'm going to do, I think in this case, so I could pick 2, get 2 points at the end of your turn where you don't hunt. But I think I'm going to want to start hunting. I'm going to get 1 I'm going to get this Royals that gives me 1 point for at the end of the turn, just because. That might help
I think I got
beef up mine a little bit. So this is a ready card, so I put it on top of my deck. All right, so I spent 1. I don't know. I used 1 of her 4.
Do you think you can go back?
Well, do I think that that's done then? And then I can use these others to start moving backwards. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know.
Because I really can't move any. I can't really move any farther from the castle.
Yeah.
So before, if I was out here, say I was out here and I had her, I'd have to go back 1, 2, 3, 4. Then her card would be done, and then I could go forward. So I'm going to say hers is done.
Yeah.
As long as you think that's fair. And then I have 6 to go forward. So now.
You're no longer moving away.
Yeah,
from
I'm
the
not.
castle.
Yeah. Now if I draw her again.
Then.
Because what do I do? 1 and then push back? I mean,
Yeah.
that seems silly to me. So we'll say hers is used up, as long as you can think that's cool or fair. Do I want to buy the cat? Well, maybe I'll start buying some of these. Ew, Wadsworth is nice. So let's do this. That's 2 points. That cat is nothing. So I have 6 more. So actually, I want to see if I can digest this lady, because it's the only place I can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 puts me. So I don't need to move. I'm thinking I don't need to move. I don't want to go past this before I shuffle. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I have 2 cards, so I'm gonna technically shuffle. So I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna pick this up. Okay, that is discard 1 card, then draw a card. Okay, I can do that later. So I'm gonna stop there. That leaves me enough to buy these. And this is ready. That goes on top of my deck, so I won't be shuffling now. I get 3 points. 2, 3. He's a 2, but I'm in the forest. No, I get 2 points for hunting in the forest. And then I gain 1. I did have the hunger, so I do gain 1 for each human you hunt. Okay. All right, I think I'm good.
All right.
Okay, I'm done. Okay.
Oh, I have 5. Then I do have a human in my playing area, so I can draw. So I have 9.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right. You start collecting treasures.
Yeah. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Parasol, I can last one more.
You get 1 extra turn at the end of the game, yeah.
If I need that, I guess. And does that just basically count as a card?
Yeah, so you have a goal to get these people, so that would count as one of those people.
I'm gonna skip past that one.
Okay. You get 2 just for doing that. Yeah, it counts as having a card with that symbol, so if you're collecting for sets, that will count as a person. They're in a treasure chest, apparently. I don't know how that works. I think it was 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, move 6 out of your 9.
Actually, it's perfect. So then I still can buy something.
Yeah.
I'll get this cat.
Okay. Reset. Go ahead and slide. Move the moon. All right. I'm in good shape. Now the question is just, can I catch up in points in time?
Prince Godfrey. Anti-spicy. And vampire strength.
Okay.
You may draw 2 cards or 3 cards if you use at least 1 human in your playing area.
And this goal was not to buy anybody above 5, correct?
Yeah.
You got a couple points if you didn't buy anybody 5? Or you got 5 points?
You gain 6.
6 if you don't buy anybody above 5.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I get to go again first. So because I have 2 permanents, my rose comes out, and my lockjaw gain 1 blood and 2 speed if you have 2 humans in your playing area. So that may not. Okay, then I have vampire strength, draw a card if you at least have a human, which I do not. So I have a discard draw. I'm going to save that. If I pull her up, I could always discard her to draw a new one. Yeah. Especially if she doesn't come up soon. So I only have 3. The 2 pile is pretty crap, right? We didn't like.
Yeah. It's not that good.
This is minus 2 speed, but you get to draw 2 cards. That's pretty good.
Or 3.
Or 3 if you have a human. And I don't necessarily, if I buy him, I'm out of that, right?
Yeah.
Is it above 5 or at?
Or 5 plus.
5 plus, so if I buy him, I don't want another, or she's spicy, I don't want to be pushed to a well at this point. Minus 1 speed, how bad is that? You know?
Yeah.
May discard a card to draw a card, so that could work with my Teresa, but they'll both have to be drawn at the same time. Okay. So I haven't moved at all. I'm gonna move 1. I'm gonna pick a new mission. Dang it, that'd be perfect right now. Shoot. That's pretty good. I'm gonna. No, those aren't good. Okay, I'm gonna take that one. So I take a new mission. Gotta remember that I have it. Okay. Then I have enough. Welcome to the crew, Wadsworth. All right. So I do all of that, and I'm done.
I went first, so.
No, I just did my turn because I was in the.
I feel like I went first, though.
No, it's your turn.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know either.
Okay, Teresa, please.
I have
nothing.
Okay. These two basically don't do anything, but I do get 3 speed because I do have at least 1 human in my playing area.
Okay.
So, what did this do?
+1 vampire is +1 hunt. You can hunt extra, and I would imagine it doesn't give you any restrictions. I think the well is the. I would say you have no restrictions on what columns you could hunt from. It doesn't say.
As long as I have enough speed.
Yeah, of course.
Actually, since I only have 3. Prince Godfrey. Got lots of points.
Yeah, he has lots of points. So I don't know what the trade-off is that. I mean, if I buy 1, you might as well buy
I don't even know how
a whole bunch.
I have any.
If you've already done it.
I've already. I don't know what this card is. But
I don't think you have.
I don't have any.
Probably
That I
don't.
know of.
So the thing is if you buy 1 and no other 5s come up for the rest of the game, then it does. Well, you lose 1 point.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know.
How worth it is.
Yeah, that's kind of. It is kind of a strange goal, to be honest.
I'll just eat him.
Eat them. Okay. All right. Reset. Moon. Shift. 3 more. Oh, I was supposed to get 1 for my rose. Okay.
I was supposed to gain 5.
You gain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because you're in the plains.
Chop. Gain 1 victory point if you hunt at least 1 human. If you do not move, you may hunt an extra time. Malik. It's another pig. Same.
Okay, yeah. They just have different names, but they have the same abilities.
Wilma. Gregarious. Gain the top card of the hunt deck when you hunt Wilma.
Yeah, that could be good or bad.
Yeah.
Could get a good one or you could get a spicy person. All right, so I'm out here, so I'll go first. So, this kind of sucks. Well, not too bad, actually. So I did draw Teresa, which is good. I have 4 speed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my token. I'm going to discard Arthur because he's not doing anything to draw a card. Draw 1 card if you have at least 1 human in your play area. Gain +1 victory for every human you hunt. Okay, so I'm going to use, I have 8 movement, which sucks. Move 1, digest.
Wow.
Digest Teresa. I guess that leaves me more buying.
Sucks. I have to stop there.
Yeah, okay.
And there's a well right next to you.
Yeah, there is a well right next to me. So I'm going to cash this in. It says discard this to hunt a familiar for free.
Good.
So I'm going to take this, put them on top of my deck. It's probably not the best one, but I'll take it. Okay, I never got 2 humans in my playing area, so that didn't help. So I have lots to buy. What is Wilma? Gain the top card. I'm gonna risk it. So I'm still in the forest, so I get 1, 2, 3, 4 for her, +2. And I get the top card for free. Oh, good. Vampire Strength. Well, that's kind of good. And bad.
I wanted Wilma.
Sorry. All right. So it says gain the top card, I guess. Well, I'll go to my discard. I wouldn't go to my play area. So I have more than enough, and then my rose gives me a point. Okay, boom. This kind of sucks. This is wearing off already.
Oh. Mine isn't.
Yeah. 3 cards, sorry. I'm used to drawing 5. Okay. All right.
I have 2 useless humans and then vampire speed, which is the better of the other, so it gives me 4.
Okay.
These cards kind of suck.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of good hunting options. Got a spicy lady. We got the pig, which is okay.
It's alright.
If you don't move, you can hunt twice. That's pretty good, actually.
I think. Look at, is that a connecting path?
Here? Yeah, you can back. Yeah.
Okay.
So you could hit there, and if you, or you can just start going backwards. Either one. So move one. Well, yeah, you said you didn't really want to hunt anything.
Yeah. I think
We're about halfway through.
let's stop by this area.
Okay.
See what
All right.
is interesting.
Remember the gold ones like this was like mine. You could. It's an instant.
Yeah.
So I could have used it right away if I had found. All right. Okay.
It's like pair together.
Okay. Good. All right. You done?
Yeah.
Okay. Slide everything. Moon cards. There's those.
Nothing special about this guy. Evo.
Come on, Evo.
Marcel can't hunt this turn.
It's not a big deal.
And Bippo. He's confused.
Bippo's confused. Yeah, he's got a tankard of ale. All right, so again, I'm out here. So I have Vampire Will, discard a card. So sorry, Wadsworth.
Oh.
So that worked out because I wasn't moving. I had one
Oh yeah.
minus one. All right, well, I just got rid of my human, so that doesn't count. So I have two. Gain plus if I chomp somebody with this mean looking pig. All these familiars are pretty nasty looking.
Yeah.
Gain one if you hunt at least one human. Okay, if you do not move, you may hunt an extra. I won't.
I mean,
I only
they
have
are
two.
friends with vampires.
Yeah,
so
true.
I mean,
1, 2. I'll just gain this treasure here. I think that's just draw a card.
looks like it.
I guess I've already stopped, so drawing a card would not really help me too much. My rose gives me a point, and you're up.
Okay. Code free. Nothing special, just 5 and +1 for each human I hunt.
Okay.
Man, these humans kind of suck.
Yeah. But even for 3 points, you get 4 technically.
I think
Hunting him where you're at.
I'm gonna make my way back. Because I
Okay.
want to stop by here and see what I can.
Pick out the tavern.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
No buy.
no hunting.
All right. You're the shifter. 2, 3.
I don't know how to say this guy's name, but he's scary looking.
See, now it makes sense that I get to go first.
Yeah.
What is he? Uwe. German or French, I think.
It's German.
I only know that because there's a game designer that's very common called Uwe.
Oh.
They talk about him all the time on my game channel, so.
Bridget, gain +1 victory point if you hunt Bridget in the plains
That's where you're at.
in Maryland.
Oh, and that's your holy lady. Oh, both of those are holies.
Nice.
Okay, so I have D. He says draw a card, so I'm going to shuffle. Draw a card if you have at least one human. Draw 1 card or 2 if you have at least one human. So draw 2. Wow. Okay, I'm running full here. And then I'm going to spend... No, since I already drew a lot, I'm not going to spend my draw token. All right, so I should go to a well. If I can. Actually, I'm not moving as fast as I should, you would think, because I drew a couple zeros.
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 9. So do I need to go back on the boat to hurry? I think I do.
You may get there a lot faster.
Yeah, because there's not that many turns, to be honest. Okay. So if I do, I can't eat on the boat.
No.
So that gets me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would leave me 4 left. That's a pretty good clip. Or
Since it's a while, you do
5, 6, 7, 8. I could hunt twice, but that only leaves me 1. But I could just go for the 1 stack. Ew, there's a bunch of spices.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because near the end of the game, pulling up those are not bad, but it's not close enough to the end. I think that that's worth it. Because those people could push me. I kind of want to play it safe because I don't want to burn up. So I think I'm going to hit all, what I have, 9?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think I'm going to risk all. I can farm people
Yeah.
in the mountains, I think. 2, 3. Okay, go ahead. Oh, end of my turn. I get a point for my rose.
All right. So.
All right.
On the planes. So I have 5 because I have a human, and I'll look one of these I want. Only they're the same, but she's +1 if I hunt her now.
Yeah. And again, you're collecting the holy symbols or whatever. Cleric symbols, yeah. I don't know if that's cleric, but noble. They're nobles.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll eat her for 3.
Just not move.
I'll move 2 before I eat her.
Okay. Yeah, because you're supposed to move first.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I get 3.
Okay, and then you hunted her in the plains, so 1 more.
Well, I already added that.
Well, you get
Oh.
the plains bonus.
Yeah.
You
And then her bonus.
Yes, and then her bonus. Yeah, some of these are a little fiddly, trying to remember. Okay.
We both done?
Both done. Yeah, I should have flipped mine. Yeah, go ahead and shift. Maybe I'll get to the tavern. Okay, so we're both in the same region. Come on, deck. We're both in the same region, so I think whoever is technically farthest from the castle will go first. Vampires on the road play first. Oh, so you will go first.
Okay.
I'm on the boat, technically.
Can we
Ooh, we moved a whole bunch to there.
free your tunk,
Friar.
fire, and then vampire speed?
What's this one?
He's just confused.
Confused again?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you're going first.
I do have 2 humans, so with my vampire strength I can draw. Well, that's what I get.
You get 2.
Yeah. I'll just use
Okay.
it to move, yeah.
All right. Okay, yeah, flip yours over just. All right, well, I have crap. Wadsworth. All right, I'm going to use my token to draw 1. See if I can get an extra. Oh, great. I got another -1. So I got 2. All right, move me up to the tavern. 1, 2. Can't afford to buy them. I guess I do have 2 humans. My cat says gain 1 blood and 2. So blood is basically points. So I gain a blood, 2 speed if you have 2 or plus humans in your area, which I do. So I do have 2. I can either buy all the tavern people and risk.
No, I don't want the tavern.
I need points. Or I buy these, but these are 2 spices. So I either buy all the tavern people and risk getting bad cards, but possibly good points. or I just buy one and go for the guarantee. I'll go for the guarantee. So I'll get 4 points. 3. I'm still in the plains, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in my rows, I get a 1 point for ending my turn. All right. Yeah, go ahead and shift.
Close.
Here's a third.
Okay. Eleanor. Yes, this again. And Tyson. Gain 1 victory point at the end of turns where you don't hunt.
Did I get 5 points for my rows?
I have no idea.
That could make, yeah, I know.
Could.
I don't
Make
think
or break it.
yeah, I don't think I did. All right, we'll wait till the end. And then if I need to edit the video, I can put, because.
Review the footage.
Yeah, I don't think I did. Now that I'm thinking about it. Okay. It's hard to remember because a lot of our games like Clank and stuff, you don't add up till the very end of the, I guess, well, the only reason why you can't because you don't remember where you hunted everything.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you could just add up the points at the end. But you do get bonuses. Yeah, it's really, yeah. I'm not used to keeping track of points as we go along. Okay. Go ahead.
So since I have 2 platoons in my area.
Are we starting a new turn?
Yes.
And you're going first?
Yes.
Okay. Why is...
I just...
Okay, all right.
I gain 1 victory point and 2 speed because I have 2 units.
Okay, because you have the cat. So make sure the cat stays up for you.
Yeah. There, I guess.
Okay. So nothing? Or just the 2?
Yeah.
2 speed from your cat?
Well, it's not that good, but I want Maryland.
Yeah, this one has a few more cards.
What, the spicy pile?
There's 2 spicy people, yeah. For you, that's probably better because it has the noble in it. But there's that confused guy.
At this point, I think it's too late. I'll just make it.
1, 2, use 2 for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, end of the turn. Yeah. Oh, so me.
Yes. You can
Okay.
make it.
All right, so I could still buy the tavern people. I got 6. How many turns we got left?
3.
4 more, technically. This just means we don't drop.
Oh.
50.
We don't refill the...
Or we don't refill, yeah.
That's what it was.
So, yeah, so it's turn 15, but don't refill cards. We're still a couple turns away from getting to the castle. So if I do 2 for the tavern people, I could still go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pretty good. All right,
You get my
tavern people. Well, but do you think I can move afterwards then?
Oh.
Because technically you're...
I don't think so.
Was the rule was move and then hunt, right?
Yeah. I don't think you would be able to. I think
Move and then hunt, yeah. Okay, go ahead and move me 6, then just up a 2, 3. No, I'm sorry. Move me 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Lucky you.
Gee, thanks.
I'm gonna hunt this lady. I will get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 for her, and then my rose gives me 1 more point to end my turn. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. 3 more. Now I might start looking at that 1 pile.
Release. Yeah. Can't have this turn. Roxanne. Oh, she was special, wasn't she? Didn't she have other people that give Roxanne? She has the...
If you had a guard or something.
Yeah.
Why do I have 3? Oh, it's because I drew 5 cards. I'm so used to drawing 5 cards. I'll just shuffle the top 5 and then draw 3. Pretty sure that's what happened. Okay,
Your turn?
so I think you, forest, plains, so it's me. All right, well, this was a lovely turn.
Yeah, you're minus.
I'm
the speed you don't
negative
have.
speed that I don't even have. Boop. Okay,
Alright.
that was fun.
Sure was. Mine's not that much more interesting.
Okay.
Okay, I have 3.
Okay.
I really don't know. I want her.
You only have 3.
Then I wouldn't be able to move, and I don't know how many. If I want to risk the last 2 turns or 3 turns,
You can only move 1.
I would be able to move at all. I'm just saying if I.
Oh, but you only have 1 speed this turn.
It's only or 3.
Oh,
if I have
3.
humans.
Okay, so you do have 3 speed. So either buy her or move. I would take her. You still have.
3 turns. Fine.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4. Because nope, you don't get any for extra in the mouth. Or she was 4 anyways.
4,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so I went. You went. Okay, shift everything. That last turn of not moving might hurt me.
It's cute.
Because I still need at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 to make back.
Yaga.
Okay.
Gregarious, so gain the top card of the hunt deck when you get her.
Okay.
And then Knight, you may discard Knight to gain 3 speed, less 1 for each human in your playing area.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so technically it's me.
Again.
So I have D. Take a little snack and draw a card, which gives me Uve, which is nothing. So I got 4. I think I just have to 1, 2, 3, 4 move. I guess I could look at this since I'm here.
As well.
Just go ahead.
Okay. So I have 7. Thankfully.
All right. So I'm going to take this one. Discard to take any bonus token on the board.
Oh.
So I'll discard. I'm going to take the speed. I may need it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I said I have 7. So I'm gonna move. I think I might just pick up a pile. Let's see what I think about these.
Well, you
Since
can
I'm
move.
so close to
Yeah,
the
you
end, I
can
don't know
move.
if
Yeah,
I
you
can
can
draw
move
them.
quite a bit. This stack would be like 1 point.
This is 10.
That stack would be 5 points.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move 6. 3, 6, and then just get this pile.
All that. Okay.
I don't know
Yeah,
if I'm
you're
gonna
probably.
regret that
Well,
now.
yeah, you might, but you're not going to shuffle for a while, so you might.
Still got 1 more turn.
Okay. All right. Shift everything. All right. I'm going first because I'm behind. All right. I'm going to play vampire. The first vampire strength. Draw a card or 2. I don't have any humans, so draw a card. Now that I have a human, vampire strength says draw a card if you have at least 1 human. That is minus my speed, though. Please don't give me a crappy Wadsworth. No, 0. Okay. So I have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't afford 2, 3. All right.
Okay. 4 movement this turn, but he can't draw because I do have a human. So 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then when I have to move one more to activate.
Oh, we needed to give you all your points.
Ooh.
For all those cards you got.
Yeah. I think I counted 10.
I think you said 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, 34 to 44. Dang it.
Okay.
Oh, I would have gotten a point at the... Oops. I moved.
I didn't see where...
I moved my marker. 49. Dang it. I would have gotten a point at the end of mine for my rows too.
So if I stopped here, would I have to move one more to get...
No, that's the castle.
Okay.
That's the castle.
I can...
So you could end...
Or I could hunt one last time.
Hunt again.
I just want to know what I have in this.
Yeah, because if you take an extra turn, you could shuffle and something could go bad.
Let's see my starting cards.
You only have 3 in your pile? Is there only 3 there?
Yeah, there's only...
Oh, there's only 2. So if you take another turn, you're shuffling and you could draw.
I don't
So you end now, or hunt. Just hunt again.
I'm going to see if it's
Oh,
worth
jeez.
it. It's 5. It's 3. This is 3. I don't think it's going to be worth it to hunt.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Alright, so you get the 10 token. Dang it.
Yeah.
49, 59.
Nice.
Okay, so done. Okay, this is the last turn anyways. Oh, I didn't realize it was the last turn. Okay, so no new cards come out. Okay. Alright, so you may discard a card to draw a card. I don't want to risk it because I can't discard this one. Right? I would say I can't.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I get a minus, well, I don't. It says you may discard 1 card to draw a card. That seems really bad to discard that one.
Yeah, I don't think you would be able to.
Okay, well, I'll just end it and grab that then. Give me 6. That's 41, and my turn is 42. Okay, so I don't think that buying that huge stack. Okay, so my end goal. Well, let's do those. Let's do yours first. I don't know if it'll matter.
Gain 6 if you haven't hunted any humans who are worth 5+.
Okay, go ahead and. Well, I did not. I'm pretty sure I did not.
I know I have. Yeah,
I think you did.
I did.
Okay, so I get 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And gain 1 for each bonus token you have collected.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
2.
Okay, 1, 2. All right, my goal is gain 6 if you're the first to get back to the castle, which I did not.
Okay, I have gain 2 for each human of the type you have the least of that you have hunted. So it can be 0. So I don't know.
Oh, so okay. So do you have the villagers? So it says it can be 0.
Yeah, I'm gonna separate them.
Okay. So the church people. So you have one of everybody. There's only 4 kinds.
Does it count with
Let's see.
familiars?
No, humans are not familiars.
Oh, yeah.
Count 2 for each human of the type that you have the least of that you hunted.
I have 2. With these
Okay,
two.
so I would say it says it can be 0. So if you had no military, then you would get 2 points. So I would say that's for each human of the type.
You have the least of.
So I would say that's 4.
4. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, did you have another goal?
Yes. Gain 1 for each human of the type you have hunted the most of.
Oh,
So that's my.
jeez.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right.
Only 7 with that.
Yep, 7. Yep. So,
6, 7.
okay. And then you had your card is +1 for every no build, right?
Yes.
Oof.
Gain 1 at the end of the game for each. It doesn't say including this one, so, but I guess I would count it because
it doesn't say for each other. It doesn't matter. It's 1 point. You blew me. You completely blew me out. So even if I had not counted the rows or not, I wouldn't even be close. I don't have any cards. I don't have any cards that give me bonuses like yours. I was hoping I pulled that mission because I thought for sure with me racing that I would for sure get back to the castle. It was still close even for you though.
Yeah.
I mean we've always been within 1 or 2 turns of getting back. All right, so what do you think? It's definitely, obviously it's possible.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's possible to win, though. That's the question.
Yeah.
Because I was so focused on not buying cards that were going to slow me down.
I don't know what it was that exactly made me win.
Well, 2 things. One is you bought that stack of 10 right at the end.
Yes,
That pushed you over. And then why did you get 20? Oh, because you got 20 points like right back to back. You got 10 for buying.
And then because of this.
Oh, and then that, yeah. Getting back first. So you got 20 points really quick right at the end. But that nobility card really helped. Your mission goal really helped. So yeah, so I don't know.
I think it was.
I mean, race-wise, it was close. You know, we obviously got back in near the same amount of time.
I got quite a bit of like 5s and 4s.
But yeah, you weren't. But the thing is, yeah, you only made it to this far on the board.
And then went back.
So you were able to spend a lot of your money on hunting. You weren't too concerned about. Well, you didn't really get any negative cards though either.
Not really.
You got expensive point cards or high point cards with very little disadvantage.
Yeah.
But I was so concerned at the beginning of not buying anything so that I didn't clog up my deck.
So you could get as far as
So I could get as far as fast as I could. And then I thought, oh, I'll have time on the way back, but I really didn't.
No.
I really didn't because even taking the boat there and back, I did get some, it seems like I had some bad draws too, but I just didn't have a lot of speed. I mean, none of my humans obviously really helped. And I had 2 humans that actually gave me minus. That didn't come into play that bad though.
Really?
So I don't know. No, it's just I really do think it'd be hard pressed to go for the rows and to be able to focus, and to still win, because it's only 5 points. There's plenty of cards in the deck that are 5 points.
If I was trying to do the same thing as you, then it would be closer.
We
Because if I wasn't
almost
spending as much time hunting.
Yeah, it almost seems like we almost have to make an agreement, like we're both going to go for the rows, but that seems kind of dumb too. Or maybe that could be our next challenge. We both go for a rose and see, but that doesn't seem. But that's the big complaint of people, like it's just not worth it going all the way to there to get the rose, because here hunting only gives you 2 extra points.
Yeah.
You could hunt, just literally farm humans in this area, go like you did halfway, just farm a bunch of people, get a bunch of points, and when you got close, you kind of nicked all those points.
Yeah.
I was too afraid to, because I didn't want to clog up my deck and not make it back. You had the opportunity where you were close enough, like, well, I might as well. So I think it is a severe handicap, because it just seems like 15 turns doesn't seem like it seems like a lot to get all the way there, but
it's really not.
It's really, technically if you just totaled it all up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, or 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 35, 36. That's like 37 total speed just to get there and then back.
In 15 turns, that's definitely not.
It seems. because I remember, I think the one early on games when I did get the rose, I don't think I made it back. We played the early one. I think I only made it to here, which I lost a whole bunch of, it was like 25 points for losing there. So I don't know. We'll maybe play it some more, but I think that's one of the things that, again, that there is a disadvantage. It's a weird thing. They tried to solve the clank issue but unless everybody has to get a rose, then
we know who
it does. Yeah, it doesn't really solve. Yeah, I don't think it solves the clank issue, because that clank issue was just going barely in and getting out and causing the end game. And so this tries to do that, but I think unless you force all the players to get a rose, then if you know one person's going for the rose, like, well, I'm just going to do here. So anyways, I did hear there is an expansion already coming out soon. I didn't really say too much. It saw something like with vampires and werewolves. I don't know. I'm waiting for the obvious thing is to give different players different player abilities. I could see that easily doing something and going from there. So I don't know. We'll see. Still seems like something you have to decide what you're going to do, and I just don't know if that's possible to gain that many points though. Because these need to be maybe worth like 10, maybe double their points. I don't know.
Basically almost the same as like a human.
Yeah, but like I said, where you can get 3 or 4, or the abilities need to be stronger. Because these humans, like I said, I can hunt a 5 human or 2, 3 humans, spend a couple speed, 6 speed, and possibly or less, and get it. I don't know. I don't know. We haven't played it enough, I don't think, to really make a definitive answer. But it seems like it's leaning towards getting the rose is almost a handicap. All right. Well, we're just kind of rambling on here. In the end, we'll go ahead and stop the video. Let us know what you think about either our playthrough, about your experience with this as well, with getting the rose, and let us know what you have come up with, and we'll maybe try some of those strategies on the next game. But thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.